I have a feeling that this might be the year. Now, I know that's an optimistic thing to say, because every single year we hear the rumour mill, don't we? Blue Point Games are going to make Metal Gear Solid. MGS3 is getting a remake on the Fox engine. And every year there's no announcements, right? There's nothing, just leaks which never amount to anything. But when they revealed Silent Hill, it did give all of us some hope, didn't it? Just a shred of hope that, come on now, if Silent Hill is getting it, Metal Gear Solid has to be getting it as well. I mean, it's all done. Just remake it. Give us it in its new glorious form, right? Oh, God, I need it so much. You don't understand. Metal Gear Solid has been part of my DNA since I was a child. Metal Gear 1 was the first cinematic style game I ever played. I think it was the first one ever made. I got it with my PS1 and I still remember it so vividly. I have all the memories. Remember when Sniper Wolf is dying? Spoiler alert. Sniper Wolf is dying and she tells that compelling, emotional story of how gunfire, sirens and screams, they were her lullabies on the battlefield before being saved by Saladin. Remember when Grey Fox comes in? He's chopping all the fuckers up in the hallway and you're walking through it like, holy shit! And then you go in the room where he's with Hal and he pisses himself and he's like talking to Snake and he's like, I beat you, you beat me, it makes no difference. Remember he was pinned up against Metal Gear Solid Rex and you're Snake and you're aiming through the rocket launcher and he just can't pull the trigger and he's like, Snake in Zanzibar. Is that how you say it? Zanzibar, I was wounded in battle, not truly alive. Or truly dead, an everlasting shadow in a world of light. But soon, it will all end. You know, shit like that. Jesus Christ, what a Vulcan Raven, remember him? Fucking hell. Vulcan Raven, here we go. Ah, Snake. Okay, Snake. It's terrible. You and the boss. You are from another world, a world I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching you. Snakes don't belong in Alaska. What about Liquid? Fucking hell, Liquid say. Liquid, how do you do a Liquid say? How about you, Snake? Liquid Snake was such a gangster, wasn't he? Fucking hell. Psycho Mantis. When he starts reading your memory card and shit, and you're trying to attack him, but the buttons don't work, and you have to plug it into port 2. How would they do that now? You know, they're supposed to read your hard drive, right? It'd probably even be more mental now. The screen all went black, said Hideo on it. There's so much of those games that are just ingrained in my memory. Remember everything, it has such an impact. The story was mental. It was. You're a super soldier clone of Big Boss. Oh man, I loved that shit. It was great. Every time he tried to put Liquid down, he just came back. Then every time he thought it was done, he came back. The codec conversations, I don't know what to do about that, to be honest. I don't think the modern audience is going to go for staring at the codec for 20 plus minutes. Oh man, Metal Gear Solid 3 though, I don't care who you are, but it's the best game of all time, right? It's right up there with the best games of all time. I don't have a single best game of all time. I have a group of goats that all live together, right? You got like Metal Gear Solid 3, Skyrim in there, Mass Effect 2 in there. You got a bunch of shit in there. But MGS3, man, fucking hell, come on. The story of Naked Snake and his relationship with the boss and how he thinks that she's converted to the Soviet Union. What about Volgan? Kiribara! When he has that guy in the barrel, remember that? And he's smashing the barrel up with his lightning powers. That's what I love about Metal Gear Solid, by the way. It comes across initially, it's very grounded, very in reality. And then it's like Hideo Kojima got high off mushrooms whilst watching anime and it all goes mental. Cyborg ninjas turning up, MGS2 has a fucking vampire in it. Like Metal Gear Solid Rex and Ray, it's all so mental. And just nano machines, son. I love that that's the explanation. Vampire. Nanomachines. How can the nanomachines? Alright. Nanomachines. Cool. Fortune. What's that about? It explained that she could stop bullets because of a piece of technology, and then she just does it anyway with a revolver, destroys it, puts out her hands, and just makes all the missiles go away. It's so ridiculous. It's Metal Gear Solid that it's fucking genius, right? It's so ridiculous, it's absurd, but it's great, isn't it? All the enemies are so cool, so unique. I mean, the Cobra unit, the fight with the old fuck, the end. The fight with the end, the fury, the fear. Man, I need it back. We need it back. I don't want them to do more of them. Just gonna get that right out of the way. I don't want more. I always thought that a game about the boss would be cool though. You know, about the boss in World War II. You know, maybe establishing the Cobra unit. A story about the boss would be pretty dope. Playing as her, because she's such a badass character. I know these days people hate female protagonists, but she is like the exception, right? She would be like the Sarah Connor level of fucking badass. Like the Ripley level of female protagonist. Not just some girl thrown into a position of power just to please the fucking feminists. No, she was a bad motherfucker, man. Like when she snaps Naked Snake's arm on the bridge and throws his ass off. What? It's just like his mentor, and she's just like, pow! And lobs him over the bridge. I just think it'd be great to see Metal Gear Solid being introduced to a new audience. It's been so long, man. What? Last entry was what? The Phantom Pain? The Phantom Pain. Yeah. We don't need to talk about it, do we? The Phantom Pain. Playing as a confused fucking medic the entire time. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. But great game, gameplay-wise, but wasn't the Metal Gear Solid game I wanted, and I'm sure many will agree with me on that. But yeah, what do you think? Are we getting it? Is it going to happen? Or am I just wishfully thinking and being fueled by nostalgia here, right? I think if they do it, it has to be Metal Gear Solid 3. I think that'd be a great jumping point for a lot of people. Because Metal Gear Solid 1 is quite small. Actually, if you actually think about the game, it's quite small. I'm not sure how you could do it without risking really adding a lot of content which wasn't originally there. And that's always a risk. But Metal Gear Solid 3 uses a big open world jungle. Oh, and it has probably the best story, right? It has the best story. It does. The story is more fleshed out. I'd say the writing's better. Yeah, I mean, I love number 1. I love number 2, as nutty as that was, but number 3 is the goal. A remake, full remake of number 3. And I'm ranting now, I'm realising I do this. So I'm going to cut the video there. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see it? Do you think we'll get it? What do you think they should start with? This is Konami we're talking about, so I have not much faith in them. That's why I say do a remaster. Just make what's already been made. Don't touch the genius of it. Leave it as it is. Just remodel, remake, you know, make the world bigger and give us more cool stealth stuff to do. And don't forget the fucking box, right? The box is an important part of the Metal Gear DNA, right? We need the box. Remember the camouflage in number 3? That was great. Maybe expand on that gameplay mechanic they had, where if you got shot with something, you had to heal yourself in the battlefield, right? Give us a more, you know, innovative, immersive menu. You know, I want to see Snake, and sometimes it did this. You'd see Snake sort of like, oh, you know, he'd heal himself. You'd see him wrapping his burns up with the bandage. You'd apply the ointment and stuff. I want to see him like doing all this mad shit, clicking his shoulder back in place, the Rambo shit, putting gunpowder on wounds and out blowing his arm off. I want to live that, you know, Snake Eater life, eating snakes to survive and shit. Expand on all that. Give us a good time. It'll be great. Metal Gear Solid. Marvelous.